I'm Ryan with Ryan on the Street, and today I'm sitting in front of a Chipotle where their employees are required to tell you that their beans are actually made of pork while making concerned eye contact. But that has nothing to do with the game we're about to play. You've been chosen for a gift card. So we're gonna run up to random people on the street, ask them a question, and if we like the answers that they give, they get a gift card. Are you ready? And away we go. Let's go, come on. Miss, for a gift card. How are you handling Regis Philbin's retirement?
Fine.
Fine? Oh, she's not fine at all. That face says it all. For a gift card, how are you handling Regis Philbin's retirement?
I don't care.
You don't care? Everyone should care about Regis Philbin retiring. He's a legend! Ma'am, for a Chick-fil-A gift card, how are you handling Beyonce's success?
Very well.
Very well, she loves Beyonce! You get a gift card, way to go! Sir, for a gift card, name 3 of the 7 dwarves.
Sneezy Bashful Duck.
Is that correct? Yes, it is correct. I don't even care if it's wrong. You get the gift card. Way to go. Sir, for a gift card, name 3 of the 7 dwarves.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You look like you want a gift card. Sir, for a gift card, name 3 of the 7 dwarves.
Sleepy, dopey, and happy.
Name 3. Way to go. You get a gift card. You're going to Chick-fil-A. Well done. Where are my gift cards at? For a gift card, name 3 of the 7 dwarves. Go.
Oh my heavens, sleepy, dopey. Oh crap.
Oh, crap's not one of them.
Doc?
Doc? Is Doc one of them? Is Doc one of the 7 dwarves? Yeah, yes, you get a gift card. Way to go. Good job. Dopey. Here we go. Man, for a gift card, name a movie.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters! Oh, it was terrible. The remake was worse than the first. Oh, no gift cards for you. Sir, for a gift card, name a movie. Name a movie for a gift card. Caddyshack, this wildly inappropriate movie. It's hilarious, but it's so bad for the children. Kill Bill, that's a wildly inappropriate movie, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Ma'am, for a gift card. For a gift card, name a movie. A movie, quick, name a gift card.
I can't remember one.
She can't remember a single movie. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. No gift card for you. Sir, for a gift card, name a Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie.
Jumanji.
Jumanji, that's a hilarious movie. You get a gift card. Way to go. Awesome stuff. Sir, for a gift card, name a Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie. No, he hates The Rock. He's not a fan of wrestling. Sir, for a gift card, name a Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie.
The Rundown.
I've never even heard of that. Is it good?
It's all right. It's an action-packed movie, so.
Oh, who's in it? Besides Dwayne?
Yeah, I honestly couldn't tell you right off the bat.
Oh, what did it get on Rotten Tomatoes?
I want to say like a 78.
78? That's really good. Okay, you get a gift card. Well, you have good taste in movies, sir. Hey, for a gift card, name a Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie.
Dwayne
The Rock Johnson.
Rock.
Rock? Is that a movie by him? I think so. You get a gift card. Way to go! Ma'am, for a gift card, name a Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie.
Movie.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, what movie? Just name any movie that Dwayne The Rock Johnson's in.
I don't know.
Oh, she couldn't do it. No gift card. I'm sorry. Sir, for a gift card. For a gift card, sir. This whole group walking right here, name a Dwayne The Rock Johnson movie and I'll give you a gift card.
Walking Tall.
Walking Tall? Is Dwayne The Rock Johnson in that movie? Can anyone confirm? Walking Tall? Yes, you get a gift card. Oh, you're so far away. You lost all my patience. I'm sorry. Ma'am, for a gift card, Britney Spears is back. Britney Spears is back. Any reaction? No one cares that Britney's back. Everyone loves Britney Spears. Sir, for a gift card, Britney Spears is back. That's not a laughing matter. She actually is back. Keep your eyes on the road, sir. You're doing fantastic. He definitely doesn't like pineapple on pizza. Chick-fil-A and so orange chicken! Oh, it smells horrible over here. Oh. Is that Steve Poe? It's Steve Poe.
Hey Northview, my name's Micah and I'm here with Kylie and we are so excited to be diving into Chosen with you. As you and your group meet each week, we're here to kind of guide that experience because we believe that circles are better than rows and that growth and discipleship happen through relationships. So we're hoping for a fun, engaging experience that points us towards Jesus.
That's right. And hey, speaking of groups, if you're watching this on your own right now, it is never too late to join a group. All you need to do is text JOIN to 85379 and we'll hook you up with a group to jump in with.
Now, each week we have a few different elements to this experience that you're gonna walk through as a group.
That's right, you're gonna learn about Kylie and I's favorite food, her top 10 favorite shoes.
I was thinking more like, testimonies, teachings, group challenges, discussion guides.
Oh, yeah, sure, I guess those things too. No, seriously, this series, the stories, the teachings, the life group discussions, they're only helpful if you really choose to engage. Like, really engage. Like, I'm talking like buy a ring, get down on one knee, and engage with it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we all have the option to show up or not, to watch the videos, to let the one person in the group who always talks, talk, and then go home unchanged with no deeper relationships or significant conversations every week.
Or you can engage with the content on your screens and in your books, and more importantly, with the people sitting right here with you. But we'll talk a little bit more about that later.
Yeah, right now, let's get into week 1 of Chosen with Rod.
I have never been one to wait to take the next step. My MO has always kind of been to charge ahead, to take risks, to make moves. I've never been that person who sits down and really surveys the lay of the land, assesses all the risks, and makes a calculated decision based on all of the data. I've very rarely considered the worst case scenario as a real possibility when I approach a situation. But on May 25th, 2012, I married someone that does. My wife has at every point assessed every possible scenario and has assumed that we are headed straight for the worst case. A couple of years ago, I had a chance to take her to Iceland. I happened upon some crazy cheap flights, and in my impulsiveness, I bought them. And then I called to let her know that we were headed to Iceland in January. And I'm sure her mind was racing because she's the planner. She does the details. But instead, I got to work planning an adventure-packed week full of frozen waterfalls, black sand beaches, the northern lights, climbing volcanoes, and glacier hiking. So we fly into Iceland. We have an incredible first day in the capital city of Reykjavik, and day 2 goes smoothly. But day 3 is coming. On the third morning, we get up early. It won't be light for a couple more hours, but we have a long day on the road driving up the west coast of the island. And while I loved every second of driving the snow-covered roads in the darkness, she was already on edge. Later in the morning, we unknowingly end up on a snow-covered highland road, and I push my luck until the snow is actually pushing up over the headlights. I finally concede to my wife's pleas to go back the other way and begin to back down the mountainside. And as we do, we slide off the road and bury our vehicle in the snow in the middle of nowhere in Iceland in January. For hours, we dug while she talked through the possibility that was quickly becoming her reality that we were never going to make it out alive. But thanks to the use of the bowls from our cook kit used as shovels and the help of a few kind strangers, we were on our way to our next stop. And she believed that the worst of the day was behind us. And then we arrived at Saxhall. It was our first volcano of the week. And because of our delay, we were behind schedule and should have already been headed east instead of at the westernmost part of the country. But this is what we came for, right? We get out of the car, we gear up, we head to the base of the mountain, and as we're standing in the lava field, looking up at the volcano that we're about to climb, a storm is rolling in from the Greenland Sea to the west. And the wind was picking up, and it started to snow, and the visibility started to worsen, but we went ahead. And with each step, it felt like the wind was blowing harder and harder and harder. And as we got almost halfway up, the wind was gusting so hard that it felt like we were getting blown off the side of this mountain. And Ashley was standing just in front of me, standing there so I could take a picture of her. And the wind whipped around the side of the mountain and caught her hard enough to make her stumble. And the stress of the day hit her. She froze. She began to have a full-blown panic attack halfway up the side of a volcano in Iceland in a snowstorm an hour and a half from the nearest town. And I knew that if she could just take a few more steps and get around the next turn, the other side of the mountain, that she would be okay. She'd be out of the wind. She could sit down and take a break. but she was frozen, panicking. She couldn't move. She was cold and afraid and stuck. Stuck halfway from the top and halfway from the bottom. She couldn't see her next step. She couldn't even think about the next step that she needed to take. So we stood and we waited and we talked through everything that was going on in her mind until she could begin to relax, until she could see her next step. And then we took a step, and then we took another step and another and another until we made it around the turn and eventually to the top of the volcano, just in time for the storm to settle and the sun to break through the clouds for us. Sometimes it's hard to see our next step, the next move that we're supposed to make. And even if we see the next step, the next move, it can be even more difficult to actually make it. I think that's why I love Joshua in the Old Testament. Joshua is eventually the man who leads God's people into the promised land. But so much more happens before that. You see, Joshua was Moses' servant. And if you spend any time reading about Moses, you can't help but notice that as Moses is leading the Israelites in the wilderness, Joshua is always there. He's always watching, he's always learning, he's always experiencing God and the move of God in the lives of the Israelites as they are led through the wilderness. And when they reach the promised land for the first time, Moses sends spies into Canaan, and they come back with a report that the promised land is everything that God said that it would be. But they were afraid to enter because the people who lived there were just too powerful. And Joshua says, let's go. And Moses says no. And they wander in the wilderness until Joshua becomes the leader of God's people after Moses' death. While Moses was sometimes hesitant to take the next step, or second-guessed his calling, or doubted God's plan for him, Joshua was always ready to take the next step. He knew who God is and what God is capable of, and he is always down to make moves. In Joshua 1, God said to him, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened. Do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." There was a fearlessness about him that Moses didn't always have, a confidence about him because of the continual interaction with God. And while Moses' fear may have held them back from receiving the gift of a homeland that God had waiting for them, while Moses' uncertainty was met with 40 more years of wandering, Joshua wasn't going to have it anymore. He was tired of wandering, and he was ready for God's blessing on his people. He knew that he was chosen to make moves. And every one of us has been chosen to make moves too. Every single one of you have been created by God in his perfect image. And God doesn't just create for the sake of creating. He creates with purpose. And you have been given a story, and your story matters to God. And your story is constantly evolving. It is continually being written as you walk with Christ. So where are you in your story? Where are you in the story that God is writing for you? What's next? What is your next step? Maybe you're thinking, I don't even know Jesus. How can I be walking with Christ? To you, I would say that he is constantly pursuing you, desiring a relationship with you, offering you the free gift of salvation, freedom. John 3:16 says that God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. He loved the world. He loves you so much that he gave you Jesus. And all you have to do is say yes and receive God's grace and begin your walk with Christ. Maybe your faith is brand new. You prayed a prayer, you raised a hand, but what now? Do you have someone to help you and to encourage you in your walk? To help you deepen your faith? Proverbs 27:17 says, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. So is it time for you to step out and join a group? Or just start investing in the one that you already have? Maybe you've been walking for a long time, but it's time to make that faith work. You've done a lot of Bible studying and small group time, and your church attendance looks good. But where are you serving? Is your next step to impact your community through service? To use that thing that you are the most passionate about to share Jesus with people? To recognize the needs of the people around you and help meet them? In Matthew 25, Jesus looks at a group of believers and says, "For I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you invited me in. I needed clothes and you clothed me. I was sick and you looked after me. I was in prison and you came to visit me." When he says that, they just don't get it. "What do you mean?" they asked. And Jesus says, "Truly, I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." He says, every time that you served someone that needed to be served, you served me. And every time that your heart was broken and you were moved to compassion, you did it for me. Maybe you're doing all of these things, and it's just time to lead, to recognize a call to ministry, to seize an opportunity to advance the kingdom through your family or work or activities. It took a long time for Jesus' disciples to figure it out, but they did. And now it's your turn. Can you see the next move that you're supposed to make? Or are you lost? Are you afraid to step out, unsure of what might happen if you do? Or are you hoping some other opportunity comes up so that you don't have to take the next step? Are you actively running away from that next move that deep down you know you need to make? Are you ready to dive headfirst into whatever opportunity that is laid out in front of you as you seek a deeper relationship with Christ? No matter where you are in your walk, there's always a next step. There's always another move to make. It might not be easy to see. It might be absolutely terrifying or seem completely impossible, or it could be the most exciting thing that you can think of. Either way, you have a next step to take, and it will require surrender, and it will require giving up your own will to the will of God. And it will require you to be uncomfortable at times. It will require you to completely rely on the love and grace and strength of God that Christ has shown you. It's easy to let fear or doubt or uncertainty hold you back, to be fearful of what might happen when you drop everything to pursue Christ, to doubt your calling or abilities, to be uncertain about what move you're supposed to be making. Those things can stop you in your tracks, completely paralyze you. They can cause you to wander in the wilderness and never enter the promised land, never experience the better future and the goodness of God's promises as His work continues in you as you choose to make moves. But you are walking with the Creator of the universe, the Savior of the world. He's given you a helper and an advocate in the Holy Spirit to push and encourage you. So I pray that you run headfirst into the purpose that God has for you, the same way that Joshua ran headfirst into the promised land. Be strong, be courageous, take risks, seek first His kingdom and His righteousness. You have been chosen by Christ, and now it's your turn to choose to make moves.
Well, what a powerful word from Pastor Rod about making moves. And I love how he talked about how no matter where you're at in your walk, there is always a next step.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And now it's time to engage with some of those materials in your hands.
That's right. First, one thing we know about life groups is that they work a whole lot better with commitment. So in your guides is something that we like to call the life group agreement. This is great for new groups, but even helpful for those of you who've been together for years. So today, spend a few minutes making a commitment to your group, setting the mutual expectations, and building some trust with one another.
And if you don't currently have a group, again, go ahead and text JOIN to 85379 and we'll get you in a group.
That's right. Second is your discussion guide. Don't wait until week 5 or 6 to be real with your answers or your conversations. Take a risk, make a move today.
And finally, don't forget to check out the Chosen Challenge that goes along with what we learn each week. So each day there's a short devotional for you to read and an action step for you to take that gives you something to dig into each day.
Well, that's all we've got for you this week. So now it's your turn to go and make some moves.
See you next time for week 2 of Chosen.